What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to M.A.D Detailing. Today's video is on this 2017 Kia Sportage, and this is by far the nastiest vehicle I've ever seen in my entire life. As you guys can see, it is completely infested with German roaches. And once we got all the seats removed, we realized this vehicle is a lot worse than we thought it was to begin with. There is tons of mold underneath the seats. The carpet is completely crusty. These seats have some outrageous stains in them. This vehicle is just all around disgusting. And whenever you thought it couldn't get any worse, wait till you guys see what happens when we remove the carpet, because it gets even nastier. But as you guys know, here at M.A.D Detailing, we are going to make this vehicle look absolutely brand new again. So if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We post brand new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and roll these before shots and get right into this disaster detail. And moving on to cleaning the wheels, I'm using our Extreme APC on the tires and fender wells. And for the wheels, I'm using our M.A.D Detailing iron eraser along with multiple different brushes so I can make sure I get every inch of this wheel and tire 100% clean. Before I can move on to a contact wash, I'm using our Extreme APC diluted 10:1 in a pressure washer. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's going to easily remove all this caked on dirt and grime, because you always want to have the paint as clean as possible before you move on to any type of contact wash. After the pre-wash, it's time to wash this vehicle, and for this, I'm using our M.A.D Detailing Super Blue Soap in a foam cannon, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this vehicle a nice hand wash with a microfiber wash mitt. Now it's time to move on to cleaning this disgusting interior. And the first thing that I'm doing is removing all the trash and loose coins before we can move on to giving this carpet a nice pre-vacuum before getting it pulled out of this vehicle, because there is no way I'm going to be able to clean this carpet thoroughly inside of this vehicle. And also, I'm really glad that I removed it, because wait till you guys see how nasty it is underneath it. And as you guys can see, it is completely soaked underneath the carpet. I'm not sure why. It makes me question that this is a flood vehicle, but this is a one owner Florida car, which we don't really have many flood vehicles in Florida. So it's honestly kind of strange, and there wasn't enough water underneath it to tell me that it was a flood vehicle, but I don't know, it's possible. It's looking at this interior and seeing how disgusting it is, you know, everything's up in the air, because I have absolutely no idea how this vehicle even got this disgusting to begin with. All I know is that this is a repo vehicle, and what that means is that the previous owner defaulted on the loan and the bank repossessed the vehicle back, which is honestly in this case a good thing, and hopefully the owner does not treat their next vehicle as bad as this one. And moving on to the seat extraction, I'm using our Extreme APC followed by a Milwaukee drill with a drill brush attachment. And for the extractor, I'm using my M.A.D HP60 hot water extractor. So I always get a ton of comments of people asking, do I use an ozone machine on these details? And the simple answer to that is yes, but I never do it at the very beginning. My personal opinion is that just doesn't work as well. I always do it when the vehicle is 100% clean at the very end. I just don't normally show it because it's kind of boring just to watch me throw an ozone machine in here. But yes, I always use them on every single detail that you guys see on this channel. Unless it's a clean car, only the nasty cars. If it's like a newer Corvette or one of my vehicles, I'm not gonna use the ozone machine. But on these disaster details, yes, it is always necessary to use an ozone machine. All right guys, so the question of the video is, what do you guys think stained this seat? Because honestly, I have no idea. It smelled like urine and was absolutely just disgusting. But I would like to hear from you guys, because this seat was a pain to clean. As you guys will see, I extracted multiple times, and also I have to pressure wash these seats. But once I get to that part, I will explain more and the reason behind it. And as you guys can see, I am now pressure washing the seats, and the reason why I did this is because the stains just kept coming back up no matter how many times I extracted it. I probably had 5 hours of extraction alone, and they just kept coming up. So the only solution was to pressure wash it or actually remove the fabric. But then again, I'd still have to pressure wash it because I can't stick the foam in the washer machine. But I live in Florida and it's extremely hot here, so after I'm done pressure washing it, I hit it with the extractor and suck out a majority of the water. Then I let it sit in the Florida sun for the rest of the day. And by the time I come into the shop the very next day, the seats are 100% dry. So yeah, if you guys live in a climate where it's extremely cold or there's a lot of moisture in the air, maybe they wouldn't dry, but here in Florida, it is safe to pressure wash seats as long as you have about 6 to 7 hours for them to dry in the sun. And moving on to cleaning the interior panels of this vehicle, I'm using our M.A.D Clean All-Purpose Cleaner. Wow, that was a mouthful to say. But if you guys are wondering what is the difference between our M.A.D Clean and our Extreme APC, well, the M.A.D Clean is a safer formula that can be used on all types of plastics, leathers, pretty much every surface on the entire interior of your vehicle. And yes, if you have the Extreme APC, it can be used, but it is not recommended. And also, I prefer the M.A.D Clean when doing interior panels because it foams up extremely well. And it's also super strong, but like I said before, it is safe on all types of materials, so it won't leave staining behind. But as always, anytime you're using an all-purpose cleaner, make sure you do a test spot because you never know if your interior has been dyed previously. But when it comes to seat extractions, carpet cleaning, cleaning tires, and for the exterior paint, nothing is better than our Extreme APC. That stuff is probably the strongest degreaser on the market, but it doesn't stain and it doesn't ruin things like a lot of degreasers will. And the reason why I like the Extreme APC when doing extraction, because it doesn't have an extreme foaming agent in there, because when you're doing extraction, you do not want a lot of foam. I've made that mistake years and years ago, and I was sitting there extracting foam out of a seat for, honestly, I don't even know how long. I'm embarrassed to know how long I was actually there. Yeah, I never made that mistake again. And that's why when I was designing Extreme APC, I made sure that I had the strongest degreaser possible without having the extreme foaming agent in there, so I don't ever have to deal with that ever again. And so you guys at home, if you're doing your seat extraction or carpet extractions, you don't go through the same mess. And I always get a ton of comments, people asking, how am I able to detail these nasty vehicles, and that they wouldn't be able to do it, they would throw up, there's no way they could detail them. And honestly, I'm the same way. I am just like you. These cars are absolutely disgusting. And honestly, the only way I'm able to detail these vehicles is honestly, I just have to hop in them and just start detailing them. The more I start thinking about how nasty they really are, I will sit there and talk myself out of it. But taking something from a complete biohazard mess to an absolutely brand new looking vehicle, there is honestly no better feeling than that. So I will always continue making these nasty details for you guys, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy them. Since this video was mostly based on the interior of this vehicle, I'm not doing too much to the exterior, but I cannot let this vehicle leave my shop without having some sort of simple polish done to it. So before I can do any type of polishing, I need to clay bar the paint, and for this I'm using our M.A.D detailing clay lube with a synthetic clay bar. And then I'm going to go ahead and polish the vehicle with a roaches polisher, a 6-inch red polishing pad, and some HD speed. Like I said, I'm not trying to give this vehicle a full correction, so that's going to remove some swirls and scratches, with also bringing back some gloss and leaving behind a nice layer of protection.